And welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of episode 6 of Together We Roll. We are back after you have finally, after several days of grueling work and survival techniques, and some of you dying and coming back, very luckily, for one of you almost lost 2 characters. Jeez.
Yeah.
I was fighting there.
It's like killed one.
It's been a rough campaign.
You think Davros
And it's
hasn't
just starting.
He hasn't lost characters like him, okay? Anyway, part 2. You finally get out of the Eternal Monsoon, away from the mound of the orcs, and away of the hollowing of the ground from one god to another, to the Lord of Flies, the 7th ruler of hell. Sorry, ruler of the 7th.
7th layer of hell.
He kind of seems like a dick.
But that's all behind you for now. One of you made a pact and has to deliver a pie to thy neighbor.
And set our hands up.
I don't know what that means.
Set our paws, okay, friend? What?
Well, hags.
Yeah.
Hags are weird.
Alright.
And they lie and cheat a lot. Anyway, so after finding a strange 8-hooved horse, riding it out of there with a sled and immense amount of power and weight into its motions, you basically got the Skyrim door.
Yep.
Yay!
You could have asked more things, but there was only one person asking it, and you kind of weirded him out.
Well, unfortunately, we
We
couldn't even interject to the conversation.
No, I know. But what is he saying? He says he's happy. I will eat your soul.
He really likes you guys.
He loved your hair.
Anyway,
He doesn't
Don't
like
eat
you.
your souls. Hold on to your shoes.
Hey, he saved both your lives, and we're better off.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
for what the creature is, and the very little.
It's coming out of there.
Yeah.
It's not coming out of.
No, it is not. So that means I'm going to have to fix that later.
Ah,
We'll
just
do
turn
that
it off.
later. It has a timer on it and everything.
There you go.
Anyway, so you sat down after gathering some firewood and moving a little bit for what light of the day you had left, before resting down to take a long rest, a well-deserved one, with the 2 people that you have saved, on top of the other ones that hopefully got out with the boat. What would you like to say? You're not there, as you're gone for the night gathering wood. Somewhere. You don't know where. You're just somewhere.
I know where I am because I've
You know
grown
where you're
up in this
at.
area, so that's where I am.
I was taking first watch, so I assume they're all crashing out.
I'm passing out.
Exhaustion, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Is there
who's
anything
got
you want to
second
do
watch?
before the long rest begins / ends?
I can do second.
Well, I was
watch.
gonna check my
Do we
foot
need to
when they
do
all
dinner?
crashed out.
Okay.
We can talk at breakfast.
Okay, so the first watch begins. Make a perception check, and then we'll do what you want to do.
Did we want to try making dinner or anything, or do we just want to pass out?
Natural 20, so 26.
Natural 2026. Okay. Yeah. Looking across the grasslands, it's you don't right now you're in a divot right now, so you're not on the very top of the hillside, so you can't see everything, but you do see quite a bit, especially down the valley side. You're not in view as it turns and twists and stuff like that before the village, but you're able to see quite a number of things, especially with your enhanced dark vision of 120 feet. You hear croaks, frogs, crickets. You hear splashing. As you look over towards the water, you see a giant snapping alligator turtle.
Sorry,
The
that's
size-
me.
Like giant being this big?
No,
or
I mean giant in terms of it's 10 feet around.
is it like coming towards
Daddy!
That's its shell, by the way. Yeah. And it's just laying on the side, and now it's just going upstream, swimming at a leisurely pace.
Like not threatened?
No, it's off in the distance. It's just staying near the river. As long as you keep your distance, you should be fine.
I think to myself, well, there's something you don't see every day. And then I check my foot.
Wait, especially there's a fire. Make an investigation roll, as you're now not panicking.
12.
Okay, you're not quite sure what to make of it. So as you take off your shoe, you notice that half of it is normal, even though it has that dull throbbing still. Cold, but you're always cold. But this one's more of like a seeping cold, like you plunge your foot into snow. As you take your robes and put it over it, as you were moving your shoe, its shadow, where it was blocking the dim light from the fireplace, the skin and muscle go ethereal again, and you see bone underneath, seeming to only show itself when there's no light. It only goes up to maybe halfway up the shin, and that's it. But the rest of the foot as well.
Put my hand behind it.
You see your hand and the bone.
I poke it.
It hurts a little bit, but you hit the ethereal outside of where the skin would be, and as you poke it, it has like a bending of light kind of deal, so that you see a little bit of the outside before it goes back.
Put my boot back on.
Okay. Still there.
Interesting.
Don't know what to make of it.
Yep, it is what it is.
And that's the end of your watch. Who's next?
No, I don't sleep.
You meditate.
Davros is going
I mean, I'm walking around as well. So.
Davros has been volunteered.
Davros.
Voluntold.
Voluntold.
Mandatory
As
volunteer.
Levon is with everything.
I looked at a lot with the last group too.
What did you roll all those dice for?
Just to see if they
Because
get
those
better.
are the ones that are in jail.
Oh, okay.
And they're still in jail because they look pretty shitty.
So at the end of
What's a
Davros' watch,
16?
they just I don't know. I didn't find anything.
Yeah, what you looking at?
Meanwhile, just thumping off in the distance.
No, you're not even back. You're not even back.
I'm just wandering around,
Oh,
bringing the wood back.
26. Before the end of your watch, actually, I would say at the end of Davros' watch, as you just come out of your meditation for a little bit, as there was movement again, you saw on one of the peaks of the hillside that you're at, on the other side of the river, you see the horse again. The 8-hooved horse. Just running like a madman.
I just waited. Go back to meditation.
He runs out a distance, and you still hear the rhythmic thumping down, the sound of almost what sounds like two horses running in sync, with an additional 2 steps to it.
Cool.
Davros does not see anything. Who's after that?
That's you.
I guess that'll be me.
And I believe that will be the last one,
When the sun starts coming up.
because half elves, you know.
Yeah. Bam.
Nope.
2.
Are you serious?
I'm also
Half elf that doesn't
checking
notice
out
anything.
checking out the new horn to see if it's like his or if it's slightly different or not.
It's slightly different, but make an Arcana check.
I don't know if you want to try this one again. Wow.
Wait,
We'll be on that
wait. 24.
24.
You rolled a nat 20.
With a natural 20.
So not a 25. 24.
Just a reminder, everyone, I give a +5 bonus to all 20s, because no matter what you are, there is no absolute you hit something, especially like, I punch a god, natural 20, I hit a god.
Same thing with
No.
critical fails. It's -5.
You may land it, but you don't hurt him. Anyway, so +5, -1, 24. Okay, you do devise that, yes, it is a horn that would be enchanted this way. However, it doesn't seem to have that kick, whatever that kick is.
So I can still use it as a musical instrument though.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can definitely use it as a normal horn, but you don't think it would summon the storm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I have 2 ones.
This is about the time.
Since they took my other
Is
one
that
away.
on
At
string?
this time-
My brother might be able to do something with
This
that
is when
on string.
Ek, with heavy thunder.
Heck?
Sorry, not Ek. Sparks.
No.
with heavy footsteps.
I thought I was sleepwalking again.
And with your perception, he's practically right there next to you before you realize he's there. As he drops a hefty amount of wood.
Not anymore.
More.
With my exhaustion point, yes, I am.
Davros just.
I start stacking it up into a nice tinder bundle.
Oh wait, no, he's elf.
I see Davros going, is that all the wood you got? Wait, no.
Like
He's
he's gonna
gonna kill us
PTSD.
all. He's gonna kill you.
He's gonna have PTSD from
You
this.
know, it's his fault for not being here.
You go
It's his
above
fault
water
for being
one time.
responsible.
Wait. You're lying down far too close to us. Go lie down over there. I'm gonna lie down over there. That's good. Go. Yes. Act like you're dead way over there.
I'll say for simplicity, he arrives when the long rest is about to end, as you're making breakfast, getting up, moving sore joints, closing wounds,
Stretching.
lapping your tongue, still having that aftertaste of whatever you barfed up. Yeah.
Wasn't me.
I look for berries or apples.
Can you get a
Make
bucket,
a survival
or
check.
can you get a bucket? Can you get your pot full of
And we only
water?
gain half our hit dice back on a long rest.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
everyone,
that's
you,
not
for a long rest,
Yeah.
you gain everything for a long rest, but you only gain half the number of hit dice of your level. So right now you only gain 2.
Okay.
Hey.
So it's round down.
Round out.
Okay.
So she gets a pot of water. I heat it up in the
So
fire,
all hit points back, but we only get 2.
and I make hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Easy enough.
Make it brown,
Wow. I'm gonna need rest.
Amongst
for
manners.
days.
please.
You know, that's going to get me every time. Just putting his finger into the hot water, and it's just quite like as it.
I've only got a couple.
I don't recall seeing him make that sound.
Well, I see it as you just focus your hand and you tense up your hand, like it's almost like coming out of your finger.
Actually, probably my verbal part is brown.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, there's gotta be something else we can do this. Can we make any whipped
I
cream?
can make fake marshmallows.
Oh, make the fake marshmallows. Okay, there we go. And then
What about taste of steak marshmallows?
No, I'm just making. You know how
I
you
could
can
take a
also
hand-
make something with precedent.
I could
So
literally
making
take
fake marshmallows.
Yeah, and I could take a handful of dirt and stick it
Oh,
in
you
there.
make the images of fake marshmallows.
Yeah, you make-
that last maybe half a second. You can't summon.
A minute.
You can't. Yes, but I'm just saying because you can make a tattoo a wall, but if you spray the wall, it'll come off.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
not
just for a
permanent.
fact.
I
Yeah.
know, and it's for a fact. So
Right.
I'm going to say that it is half duration because it's on a liquid surface.
Well, whatever. It's just it's to make it look like it melted in there. But you could literally take a handful of dirt and throw it in there and say that dirt tastes like whipped cream.
I know,
But
you're
we're not
still
doing
eating
that.
dirt.
I'd rather
But
not.
I'm not
Please
doing
don't.
that. I'm just like
Yeah, you're still eating dirt.
hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. Pass it.
Thank you.
I'm building a very nice tinder bundle.
Make a survival check again.
Oh yes, that's something I'm actually really terrible at.
Would you like
Well,
me to help you build
this
this?
is
One?
building.
I would love to help
this
Why don't
is
you help me?
building a fire that will have enough oxygen and enough burning potential to burn a body. Sorry, enough heat. It's not everyone knows.
I go over. He's helping me.
Okay.
Yes.
23.
Thank you. It's just like put his.
As you see sparks, almost like a lost child, not knowing what to do, just throwing stuff on top of each other and crushing it with his hand so that it has a somewhat
See,
soft place.
they last more than half a
Sit
second.
the fuck down.
Marshmallows.
Sit the fuck down. Good God. I'm not,
Marshmallows.
I'm not lying. We're children that sit at a table like that.
How come it is one?
Adults.
I do not
But-
act like an adult.
Sonny, you come over, tell them how to do it properly, and you make, I'll say, for the amount of wood that you got a decent amount. It's not like one of those, proper, like Spartan warriors where it's like 5 feet tall and you have one body on top kind of deal. No. It's a moderate, foot tall, and about size and a half his actual gentleman.
This is a funeral. What are you guys doing? Nothing.
I'll have the horse come back and he's gonna fight your asses.
Oh, I've
And
experienced it.
dude, it's your dad. Come on.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm gonna let you keep the one with the lipstick on it.
That close.
Marking my territory.
All right, I'm sorry, that was my bad. There was all this talk about marshmallows. I'm like, I think I got marshmallows.
Side tangent.
Yes, just a tad. Thank you, Father.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm trying to burn my father.
Oh,
No.
Well, we should do some roasted marshmallows with that
a
too.
crosswood plank system and lay your father on top of it. A good size of a hat and a good foot, I'll say foot and a half for how much wood you can get. It's nothing too special. A lot of it is a dried out piece of wood as it is summer, and a lot of places are dry, good for kindling and good for a quick fire. As you lay still wrapped in, now that you're outside, some good, some bad, poorly treated leathers and hides that are just crudely wrapped around and sewn together quickly. And it's just basically a body bag.
Yeah.
I go over to the fire on the other side and I grab a thing, a stick that's
A torch.
torch. Here, do your thing. Might want to say something first. It's kind of like tradition for humans and stuff.
or would you rather have all of us do it with you?
I'm just gonna light it.
Tosses the torch in. Starts to kindle and burn pretty fast. And a few seconds go by as the whole bed lights up and consumes the body as you see the leather start to peel back and you see the skull and wrapped up body remains of what your father used to be or in this horrific, monstrous audacity of his self.
I slap him on the shoulder. You don't need to watch the rest of this. Let's go.
I go up and I don't even know if you can feel it, but
I'm already walking.
Okay. As you go up to try to pat him on the back, he just turns preemptively and starts walking. As the smell of burning flesh starts to hit your waft your nostrils.
Yep. All right, let's head to town. Lady and butcher guy, y'all good?
The butcher guy goes, yeah,
Hot chocolate?
thank you. Oh, chocolate.
Hey, works every time.
The trek back is long, but nothing compared to what you've dealt with. Physically or mentally. You were successful in defeating the orcs, and as you walk back, you pass several trees. You've already passed the shiny thing at the bottom of the river, way back there.
Yep, and I do this as I walk by.
Well, no, that was like yesterday.
Whatever, I did that as I walked by. I hate that fucking thing.
Flashback.
Roll that.
You don't want to try to get it out?
I didn't want to try and get it out in the first place.
No.
But you
No,
did-
we
What were
don't.
we trying to get out?
Nothing.
The shiny thing that was at the bottom of the
Are
river.
you crossing the river
Yes.
before or after?
After what?
Before you get to the town, or are you going to the bridge inside the town and then doubling back?
Yep,
to
There's a
the
bridge.
We're using the
Bridge.
now.
There's one
Let's
bridge
use the
in
bridge this
town.
time.
Because as we stand by the shoreline and we look at the water and go, should we use the bridge? I think every single person
I'm already on
just
my way to the bridge.
goes to the water and then walks.
Even Davros
Including
I'm
Davros.
gonna say
I think I've had
Davros,
enough water for one day.
Fuck the water.
Fuck rivers.
Fuck the water, fuck the land.
Fuck the water. And he just walks off.
Aquaman.
Preach it, brother.
He's just like, I miss the ocean.
No,
He
he
hit the
doesn't.
ocean
No,
one
he
time,
didn't.
nearly died.
The ocean, not the rivers.
So
He left the ocean one time and nearly died 5 times on land, but he's from the water. Why did he?
about
live
halfway
for
through the
5
day,
times?
early afternoon, as you did get a little bit of head start, you hit Nux'var once again. Your home village used to be strange, a little bit alien, but it was home. That's security, safety. Returning to it and going to this, the one half of the village, mostly town, but it's been knocked back to a village at this point. Of sparse, maybe 20 buildings at most. you hit the streets as you see battle damage, splintered doors. And these are all one-story buildings. You maybe see a hand number, maybe like 4 as you're passing, that are 2 stories tall. Most of them farming land out in the distance, and then when you get to the center, it's a lot of trading posts, as this is a joint village, joint town before you go to other more established
So
places.
is this damage since we left, or is this damage?
No,
from-
this is damage that was sustained during the orc raid. As you see, attempts of fires as torches were tossed into the rooms and then went off and fires erupted on a portion of the building. But the rain helped in quenching that problem. But still, half the
Needs to be
town
repaired.
is, you don't see any children on the street, and you see adults. Not many soldiers. Actually, no soldiers. Except for one on this side of the village. Just patrolling and helping the people trying to get back into living.
Is this one we know?
Was it Cordell or?
Looking at this soldier, he has a. This is a woman,
Nope.
Nope.
Not Cordell.
half bowl cut is what you would call it, and it even has the top part of it as well. Yeah. Some people like it. I'm like, anyway. She has golden yellow hair.
Oh, there goes the comments. Good job.
Shut up. Golden yellow hair, darker, more on a milky, darker skin, with freckles, heavy freckles, and a decent, like soft hazel eyes. And she's currently in the process of playing with a group of children right now, telling you stories and taking a couple of toys and just playing with them, with various soldiers and orcs, chasing the orcs away, with various horse figures and giving them stories in the distance, while the parents and other individuals are rebuilding their homes and going through the rubble that for the homes that burned completely, just going through the rubble and just turning to see what survived, which is for some people and some businesses, nothing.
So, we want to go to the guard place?
The guard place, you would know
The
this.
stockade?
You would have to go across the bridge and double back a tiny bit and a little further in south side.
We know I took the dwarf one first.
No, we want to
No, the
deliver
dwarf
these
wasn't.
2 people so that they can tell the guards what happened.
Oh, okay.
The butcher
Yeah.
just left.
Oh.
He, as soon as you hit town, he just, thank you very much. If you ever want meat, I will get you meat for a very, very low price. Anything you want. I know you don't eat meat, but
Just remember, tell everybody about us and how awesome we are.
understood. Corpse-looking guy.
We
Fire Dirk.
Right. Dread fight. That doesn't sound good. The dreadful fight. Bye. Then he just kind of walks off.
Remember, we're the Orc Slayers.
Orc Slayer's better. I like that.
I thought we were Flan and friends.
we're more than that.
No, we're the ones who slayed the orcs. Not like it's our group name.
Oh, okay.
That was our accomplishment. Like, the orcs who attacked this village got their ass beat by us.
What was your
Flan and friends.
Flan and friends.
No.
If it wasn't for Flan, we wouldn't got out there fast.
And then we take the lady. I asked the lady, would you at least come with us and tell them what happened?
Oh yes, I actually forgot her name for a half second. Dolornia. She goes, yes, I can definitely do that, no problem. First, do you mind if I go by a little further downwards before we hit the bridge, so I can see if I have a house? Yeah. Thank you very much. Also, I want to see if the package arrived.
Amazon.
Freaking Amazon.
we are close
It's
to
the
it.
horse that you released. He's the Amazon deliverer.
That would be
Oh, that means she definitely hasn't gotten her package yet because he was stuck for a few days.
Please, he's already got delivered half the nation at this point.
That's why we keep running back and forth while we're resting.
He just has a fanny pack.
Is there a house
Please
there?
let this be real.
Anyway, so you actually go for a little farther down, and you go actually a little outside of the village to a small orchard. And you find not like a massive mansion, but like a humble abode. 3-story by like 500 feet.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
Humble.
That's humble.
freaking
That's
huge.
humble. Are you kidding me?
No, it's 250 feet.
Humble.
Bless you.
Still.
Welcome to my humble abode. Wait here. I want to go see how extensive the
Dwarves,
fire
they like to build.
is.
What's the
Actually,
problem?
please, come in. Come in.
What kind of orchard was it?
It's actually a strawberry orchard.
Ah.
I'm leaving and going off to go deliver a conversation. Go talk to someone to deliver news that I really don't
My dear
want to.
friend, trust me, you'll want to see this.
Yeah, why don't we not split up the group yet?
I promise I would make it very entertaining for you.
Oh, last
She
person
invites,
said that.
she invites you in, and you actually no one is there to greet you. As she opens up the door, it looks like it's been tossed and turned, and she just this wonderful marble flooring, hard furniture, and it's just tossed and turned. Well, fuck. And a single crate at the very center. Oh, okay.
They came after.
As she goes over and opens up, actually, she looks around. Does anyone have a crowbar? Oh, thank you very much. Takes the crowbar, and it's a good.
You guys never read what's in our packs, do you?
No, don't. Be careful with this, okay?
Explore packs.
Yeah.
Is this her place?
Yeah.
Yes, this is my place. Well, this is my punishment home because my brother is fucked up again.
Punishment home?
This is my punishment home. Yes.
I want to get in trouble.
Really though.
Well, sniff in the air, you smell ash and burnt cloth. I
Wait.
think
You're
it's a little
in
bit-
exile?
What's that?
You're in exile?
No, not exiled. Just temporary. Can't come back.
Yeah, exile. Are you like a princess or something?
No, I'm not a princess. I'm just a very good auditor. Okay.
What?
Auditor. I make contracts. I read things. I handle
Auditor.
business. I am a coin brewer. What do you think I do?
Oh, you're like an accountant.
Yes, I am counted. And she pops up the top. And it gets the crate open. And it's a good 3 foot by 2 foot crate. Longer than it is deep. And she opens it up and you see a bunch of sawdust. And she puts her hand inside the sawdust and brings out a rifle. Good.
What is that?
This is, well, you don't know what this is. You're not supposed to see this. But I give one to you. Not to you. I don't think you would understand how to. Well, actually, as she looks at the finger hold, and it's a long-barreled rifle, like a musket rifle. It is hexagon for the barrel, no aiming reticle, and it has a blasting cap.
Oh, it's a cap?
Yes, it's capped.
Okay.
It's
And
Capricorn.
and you notice that there's actually small arcane runes across the barrel. Compliments from the ties of the Thiesel Committee. But your fingers do not fit. The Thiesel Committee, the people that made you.
Yes.
What?
The Thiesel Committee, one of the 3 countries that went to war during the wars of the
No, they made him?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
There was a big scandal.
So who could use a
I don't
big...
Do we know what that is? Players.
know. You would know what this is. You would not know what this is. You definitely know what this is.
I do know what it is.
Yeah. What do you think they used?
Oh shit.
I look at the runes. Can I read them?
Make an Arcana check.
So, if you're aware of who made him, is there a way to repair him when he gets damaged?
I have no information about that. However, I can definitely look around, but that is not a cheap thing to do. This what he is, Automaton Warforged, as all of them went to war, so people call him Warforged, which is honestly, that is such a demeaning name, and honestly, it's a racial name, but anyway. Some take it lightly, some don't. Point is, there was the Clockwork Soldiers that went to war first. Mass produced, sent into the war during the War of Burning Lands, after the War of Ignorance, between, us, Verosian, went to war to Codel, known as the War of Ignorance. The government did not name that, but the people did because it was stupid. And then, because the Codel Kingdom, when the sky fell on top of them, and made everyone mad. They learned void magics, dark twisting of matter. Now, a lot of people don't call it that, but that is because of ignorance. This kingdom, because, we're superior in every way, must, make sure we have a solid grasp of everything that we use in magic. Said, stop using that magic, and they said no, so we went to war and the War of Ignorance. Followed by the War of Burning Lands, because our prince decided to bang the Theisal Committee's queen.
Right on.
Okay.
And then when they were going back, this is the funny part. When they were going back, the reason why they were over here first place is to have make up a treaty, because the Codel Kingdom was marching onto their land, the Theisal Committee's land, to try to get to other places of our borders.
Right.
So they were like, hey, piss off. So they come over to make a contract to deal with the Codel Kingdom. And then that happened. So the king's pissed off, and the king's council, because it's not a straight monarch rule. When they were returning, the Codel people jumped them, thinking that the treaty was already signed. So now, meanwhile, everyone's pissed off, and now we have the War of the Burning Lands, and that was 20 years ago. And Theisal Committee, about halfway through the war, created you. And we were forced to create sky ships, because you were very effective, meaning your people. I'm not trying to be racist or anything. But a lot of people debate if you have a sword. And I go on the fence on yes or no, because I know a little bit about your mechanical side. But anyway, I'm not getting into it.
Then perhaps you can assist in my repairs.
I cannot assist in your repairs. I do not want to go inside of what your mechanical organic systematically, and also the rasping tar. I'm not going to get near that shit, okay?
I did.
The rasping tar?
Well, I was the one climbing in underneath all those plates of yours and finding ways to heal him.
I would advise against that.
That's interesting. Huh. Tell me, what are the basic bandages and like a number?
I reach into a pack and go out. This is like a tube, and it squirts out.
She goes to reach it and it immediately just retracts.
You
Sorry.
didn't need to waste it.
I didn't waste it.
Well, anyway, I am.
Go back in there. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, with all due respect, I would like to present this to you as payment for my survival.
Oh,
I think.
Okay.
And I'm going to take another one, and she takes out another rifle,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go meet my brother.
You mentioned you mentioned that. Sorry, this is player to DM.
Oh, okay.
You had mentioned that I know what it is. So
Yes, you do.
So
Not to this advance. You know a cruder version of it.
that was used by.
Where else?
All right. So that's what I thought. I
So
wanted to
she
make sure.
has one hand out, like, who wants to take it? I don't suggest you. Maybe not him.
I know what it is.
You know
And
what it is. Here you go.
Your
And she kind of looks you
Finesse
up and
weapon.
down. Actually, that's quite amusing since you're
Dex
able
weapon.
to.
But I wanted the weird sword.
Anyway,
It's a dex-based weapon.
so like I said, I'm gonna go hunt for my brother. I'm sure he's boasting how he saved everyone and everything. Anyway, I'm gonna go test it to make sure they work properly. The Arcana, what did you roll?
Huh?
You roll the Arcana.
14.
14. You're not quite sure. You would have to, because you're just glancing it. You're not really reading it right now. This is just from a distance. Its base enchantment is something about explosion magic of some sort.
Oh, it's a boomstick.
Yes,
The,
it is a boomstick.
The mark.
So,
the mark.
actually, I think I'm going to go get the rest of those. Anyway, I would offer you drinks, but as she just turns to her turned over house.
Well, you need to let the people in town know that we did what we did.
Yes, I am so sorry. Let me go do that. Lead the way, or do you want me to lead the way?
You can lead the way.
I will lead the way. As she goes out by herself, still going almost Amazon style. But
Oh, she still has your costume.
Only top half.
Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go find a shirt, okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
She runs upstairs. It takes her 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and she eventually comes down with a basic double-layered shirt and gives you. Here you go.
While she was up there, Hazel, you realize that was a weapon often used by the Marquette.
What do I know about it?
You know,
The history check.
the Marquette, by the way, is spelled with a Q. So my brother tells me.
That's gonna be a solid 11.
11.
Aim at that.
All you really know is that the Thieves Committee is experts in developing technology that is scientific and steampunk technology and magical, and they combined the two, which is why they were able to make the Warforged. You don't know how they created it, but they did. But these weapons, they were strictly mechanical at first, with something called black powder. Something about salt, sulfur, and that's all you get. But you know black powder. But ever since the time they enhanced it with magic, it has become 100 times worse. And they combined it with efforts of Warfort technology, and if it wasn't for skyship technology that you guys have here, you would not be able to hold them off. But 11. You don't get much after that. I know there was a lot of random facts, but I mean that's an 11 for you.
What do I know?
Roll a history.
Yeah.
I know it's the only reason why you're able to do it.
Not an
is
advantage. Not an advantage. No,
not
just
an advantage.
no, because it's
this
what.
is strictly because of your background.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, me.
What does my background
fuck.
even allow?
It goes boom.
It goes boom and it hurts.
A 4.
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
I know
actually, I don't know if I
anything
have a
about
bonus. Probably not.
But I know
Nope.
And then point at the back.
It's not quite like a sword, but
It's like after me.
Of course not, but you still
I know.
point it at the back.
Just because it was meant for your people doesn't mean
It's
you
like
know
after
it.
me.
And you look at the finger hole for it, maybe your pinky.
Not even.
Yeah.
do I know if it requires like a type of ammo or?
It does require a type of bullet. That's just all you know. However, when she goes back down, she's carrying a rifle herself. She actually hands you a small pack. This is all you need in order to use it.
Oh, thank
It
you.
also comes with a user manual.
Do you know where I can get more of
Point
the
this in toward
ammunition?
enemy.
Do you know where I can get more of the ammunition, or?
In this part of town, black
Well,
market.
in general, in the world.
Black market.
Black market.
Perhaps
luck
I
with
can
that.
help you in that area.
That's
luck with
not
that.
this character's specialty.
But I know what something. It's
I can find something.
Black is your
And
specialty.
she stops and just in
Why?
the middle of the
Yes,
street
it
and
is.
goes, there is someone that is working on a specific formula of your kind for your win. Or sal. I forgot what it actually says, SAL, what it stands for, but it's actually sal or will in their language. So, oh yes, if you go to the, she takes out a physical note. If you go to the city capital, Valmere, or if you go into one of the major cities that is actually much closer than the city capital right now, because the city capital is way the fuck down there, is Zeros. Xeeross.
That just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Xeros. Exhaust.
So-
X makes a Z sound.
So
Xeros.
Hazel, you've seen these before? These type of weapons? Hazel?
Yes.
Diagrams only.
Diagrams. I haven't seen one in person.
Most of the diagrams.
How did you come across to seeing diagrams?
The monastery.
You studied
Speak
firearms
to a
and
dwarf,
monastery.
and when you get a free
Well, I mean, we just
translator
have,
this
we study a
afternoon,
lot of
I'll
things
do
at the
that.
monastery,
TWR
really.
Campaign.
Yes, that's kind of okay.
So,
Weapons like this.
I don't see fire or arms on it.
A monastery studying arms.
Why not?
What do you do?
Have you seen her kick ass and grab arrows and throw them back at people? I mean,
I-
she's like a war monk.
there were
Do
lots
I
of,
look like I'm observant to you?
Well, yeah.
How long have you been here, Kitty?
there were lots of things to study. This was just one of them, and I only saw some diagrams like in the library for some of the classes, but
I've seen
most of what I did wasn't really in there.
I've seen them used for real.
That sucks. Hopefully not shot at you, or is that how you lost your leg?
No, that's not.
Oh,
Would you like to know?
sure. Been kind of dying to know how you lost your leg.
Should we take a lunch break as we're about to hit the soldiers' place? I'm not sure if this is going to be, on par for what they need to hear.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll do that when
That
we go
might
back
be
to the
a
bar.
Very good.
that might be a later conversation.
Bar conversation.
I'm
would
fine
like
with going to the bar.
I would like to tell you how I lost my leg.
I have a
Let's
very,
do that over a drink later.
Yeah, that sounds like a drink.
Several drinks.
Sounds very similar to what my brother is about to receive.
Oh, I
You
thought
know, I really like you.
I thought you were gonna put the boomstick where the sun don't shine.
No. I still need him alive because I can't do murder, but I can definitely take his leg. This is the third time he's tried to kill him.
Ouch.
But he's not very good at having people handle his dirty business.
Oh,
Which is why the committee is going to me. But he doesn't like that. He wants to be there. But anyway, I'm not getting into it.
I'm rooting for you.
So, soldier people.
Soldier Pito, as she points 50 feet away, as you see a small barracks, not a barracks, a small
Stockade.
For some reason I want to call it barracks. It's not a barracks, it's a stockade. A small stockade, as you see, literally, dressed in basic colors with cloth, with a chain shirt underneath. You see a gentleman at the front door actually eyeing you guys, since you guys were coming over here, wearing a small crest on his left shoulder. That's definitely a symbol of the city guard. Definitely Captain's Worth for those that are living here anyway, and had several conversations with. This is Captain Whaley, full name.
Hey, how you doing, Captain?
Yeah, he's a solid 6-foot man, dark blonde skin, short blonde hair, almost like a permanent
How do you
squint to his hazel eyes, and a long.
People need to stop looking at me whenever you say the word Hazel.
Yeah, because like half the people here have Hazel's eyes.
Just everyone keeps looking at me every time, and I'm just like,
It's more of a blue hazel. How's that? Okay. This one's more blue.
Like your outfit.
how do you spell?
it's a blazel.
It's a place.
Moving on.
How do you spell his name again?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Thank you.
And prominent cheekbones that, a lot of those authority figures that,
I hate you all.
Stoic.
don't worry, my hatred for everyone here is great. His name is Captain, you would know this, Warley Fullman. Warley, sorry. W-A-R-L-E-Y. Warley Fullman.
Greetings.
And he's just kind of leaning on the post as you get closer, he gets off. Greeting.
Captain.
Sparks, you look like shit. As he's looking at your fully dented body.
Just literally.
It's just a state.
You think he looks bad? You should see the other guys.
The orcs have been dealt with.
Step inside. As he opens up the door.
That's how you lead it off. No small talk.
He gets directly to the point.
I have a lot to think about.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Captain? We killed some orcs. Lots of them.
As
We're
in
walking
most of
with
them.
him.
And we rescued her and some other folks. A butcher.
Your daughter.
Yeah, you're. Oh.
He looks over to the
Yeah.
dwarf. Darla, can you stay outside, please? Just for a little bit. I'll invite you in just a moment.
The girl?
What is that? As she's holding the rifle. Is she just nothing of your concern?
It's a boomstick.
What's a boomstick?
I don't know. It says boomstick on the side, man.
Something new every day. Great. We'll discuss about that later. Pointing to this 3'2" gnome that has a rifle almost twice the size of her.
Dwarf? Is it dwarf or no?
Dwarf. Sorry,
Sorry.
dwarf.
3-foot dwarf that has a rifle that's 4 foot
Wow.
long.
If I ever did that, I would have lost my toes. Anyway.
And a few knees.
Anyhow.
Knees, yeah. He invites you inside. As he just, please.
Okay, he said please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go your way. Mom's manners.
He closes the door and you see 4 others inside. You see the one with the, you recognize the 2, one with the claw marks on the side of his face, and the other one that was more sheepish and younger looking. He goes around and it's a small entryway and it looks like a meeting area at the same time. With all of you inside, especially you, it's pretty snug. As he squeezes himself around in order to get to the front. Excuse me. So, a certain someone told me about him saving everyone when he came in about a boat. And I'm assuming that he's full of lies because he lies all the time, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, is that her brother? Yeah, he's a dipshit. We went up to go fight the orcs, and he went running away with some of the prisoners that we saved, including this little girl who was like
Your daughter, I believe?
getting hagged out.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Is he alright now?
oh, he won't be in a few minutes.
No, she.
Oh, the
I'm
daughter.
talking about the daughter.
You said, I thought you said, is he
No,
alright?
she.
Oh, the daughter made it back, right?
My daughter did make it back.
Oh, well then see.
How is she?
Ask her.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, the dwarf.
So- You allegedly, it was quite a light show. I have to say. I wish I was able to join you. Please tell me everything you know. Everything that happened. What happened?
Do you want me to recant it or just go date it out?
Tell me what you're willing to tell.
Oh, we went to kill orcs and try to rescue some folks. We
We got there through the rope and the trap door.
yeah, we tell them the whole story. I mean, there's
And maybe not the
leave out
statue.
the statue in the hat cave.
Okay?
And
Except
maybe
for,
leave out the
like
end
his
with
daughter
the
was a
hag.
prisoner there, and then we got it. Yeah, and we don't tell them the end where the hag's head was walking around.
Okay?
We keep the good parts, and
Who we killed?
The more
we killed the
glorified
hag.
parts.
well, not necessarily. You know, I killed the
Do
lily.
a general charisma check, just for the fun of it.
Oh, are you sure that's?
Oh no, that's so hard for you.
Or am I doing a persuasion?
This more charisma. For what it is.
Oh, rolled off the 20. 13.
Okay. Not bad. Not like amazing, but not bad. He's not saying much. He's just, if anything, he's rolling his fingers. And with each major part that surpasses, he stops for half a second and just stares and listens and processes. As the story ends, there's an awkward silence that befalls as he just ponders. He looks at us as soldiers. A lot of graves. A lot of graves.
I regret we could not save more.
Too many graves.
There used to be 20 of us. As he handles a piece of paper for Jane.
Uh-oh.
You're now an independent individual. Congratulations on becoming a loyal citizen of the Virosian Kingdom. This was given to me by your mother figure, as you called her.
Are they still here?
She is. I can only assume because you did not come back with joyous returns.
Holding the other stuff in my hand. Just kind of thumbing through the wedding band.
Yeah. Not looking for that conversation. Can you stand in front of the door, please? As part of your... Just stand in front of the door, please. First of all, not that you are able to swing a blade and now that you're more of a threat and reawaken your primal sense. Whatever you want to call it. Where do your loyalties stand?
That is something I do not know.
You better figure out fast because someone will snatch you up quickly. But, in the meantime, as a first act of a civic duty, since you are now an independent and thinking individual, I, Captain Fulmain, call upon capable adventurers in protection of the crown. Sit in front of the door. Sit in front of the door, please. As he looks at the rest of you. Do you have any proof on how many people you've killed? Or how many orcs, I mean? How many orcs?
Proof? What do you want, their ears or something?
That would do it.
Hold up the cloak. There's another one.
The cloak?
We have two
Cloak
cloaks.
and the sword.
Sword.
I'm looking at the sword.
Oh, yeah, the sword.
Oh yeah, that belonged to the big idiot one.
That would do it.
That'll do it.
And
It's going
horn.
to be.
Let me see it real quick.
There are a couple that got thrown off the
There's
mountain.
this. Passing it because it is tight in here.
Yeah, it's like
He places it on deck, still very big for what it is. He takes out a small, what looks to be like a flat tin can that opens up and pops out wheels. And he just goes across it from a great distance. Okay, you can take it back.
do we notice anything different from what he did?
He looks at...
He was authenticated.
Exactly, thank you. Alright, let's start this process then. I need everyone's papers. Legal. Please.
We're gonna need one extra.
If you wish to be paid for this hero's act of heroism, then I need to see the papers.
Yeah, I have mine. I'm just asking if we can get one extra set of paper, please.
Why?
Well, we have a friend who. Yeah.
Looking at the blue elf. Yeah, I know you.
He was quite valiant in this whole effort.
Papers, everyone?
We've been looking for paper since
Sparks?
we left.
Let me have those back again. You know what? Break the seal. You know, it's a special occasion. Break the seal. Come on.
You can do it.
It's a trap.
It's a growing into a man. Come on. You'll die. It's a fireball. No. You break the seal. It was a wax seal at the very top of it.
Okay.
I caught sparks.
I was thinking.
And small sparks, confetti.
Sorry, I'm like,
I know, with the small, it's very small for you. Did you just tear it in half?
no, I'm just like, I'm trying to tear it. It's
Oh, okay.
Dex check. Yeah, actually, I tear it in half.
Why did you do that to yourself?
So, as you're trying to take the
Make you
sticker
roll
off,
for it?
Anyone got mending?
everyone, the room just goes silent with the sound of ripping paper, and you just look back to him just like this.
You tried, buddy.
Mending?
It wasn't that special of an occasion.
As you take
President
two of the
doesn't do
papers,
No, mending.
you go get one of the stores. Yeah. He goes in the back. A few minutes comes back.
least I
He
don't
brings
think I
back a small roller, and it looks like not a stamp roller, but just a flatbed roller with a bunch of
Mending.
Yeah, it's a roller of mending. And he takes the paper, puts it together, and rolls it each of the 6 pages.
Oh, I love that.
I do not think you were supposed to do that.
He said break the seal.
The seal, not the.
Boy, did you break the seal!
Never
He
mind.
takes the same case, rolls over each one.
We'll work on it.
Actually, no, skipping process. He takes out his paperwork, starts putting your information down, which has a various numbers on it.
Unknown.
Your name?
Unknown.
Last name?
Unknown.
Warforged. What would you like for your last name?
What was my father's last name?
I have first names. I don't have last names.
I only have first names too. I don't have last names.
Miller.
There you go.
Actually, no, it would have your last name on it. It would have Miller on it. Sorry, I
Miller.
filled this out. Papers.
Happily.
It's on a leaf.
Hmm?
It's on a leaf.
No. Those papers look pristine and perfect.
He stops about halfway going through your papers.
Uh-oh.
Finishes writing down.
Thank you.
You better make sure they're solid. Yours.
Mm. These are solid. They're perfectly.
He just stares you down.
Apparently, he rolled something on the
knows.
other side of that table. I didn't know.
He knows.
Oh no. Okay.
They're really good fakes.
He writes your papers down.
I'll get these looked at to make certain that there's not any misspellings.
I have paper, right?
Yes, you do have paper.
Okay.
If we were
actually
from
lifts
this
up your
country, we
paper.
had our papers.
He actually lifts up your paper. By the Fire Phoenix, put your hand in the pocket and twist it. Right pocket. And twist it like this. When you twist it, you feel something metal pop into it. Takes the coin. Reaches into his desk, takes a little bit of ink, presses both sides of the coin, and puts on the paper. Cleans it with a cloth. And writes down a few things on paper.
What was that?
It's a coin that has a phoenix. And it shows the claw of the phoenix on the other side. Whatever that means.
Flight of hand comes out. I don't know.
I'm assuming, DM, I'm assuming yours is forged as well.
What do you mean you?
Probably.
God, we got a bunch of forgeries here.
Should I?
Mine is not forgery. Mine's just weird.
Mine's legitimate. I just got mine.
You just got yours, yeah.
So before now, we were the only two legitimate.
He opens it
roll
up.
for it?
He opens it up, just
Mine's
looking at
still
you,
legitimate. It's just weird.
I believe you.
and just slumps in his shoulders.
Seriously.
Writes it down. In more like grievous, like.
This is such a bad fake.
He's apparently rolling really good back there.
Yeah, he really is. He really
You
is.
don't want me to roll my forgery skill?
No,
Okay.
not when he rolls a natural 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's like, well, that's
He
obvious.
doesn't even ask for Davros, and he just starts writing something down.
And
Takes the now 3-page document, and what would you like your company to be? Wrong accent. What would you like your company to be called?
Flan and Friends.
No.
No.
Well, we are all, well, at least you are all as close to family that I've ever had. I've never known my family since I was purchased as an egg, other than my brother. We are all kin. You have saved my life. You have saved my life. You have saved my life. I would call you Kindred.
Not to interrupt that, that's a very long name.
The kin.
Or the Kindred.
Kyndred, there you go.
The Kindred?
No.
No?
No.
Well, what do you want?
What do you have an idea? Do you have an idea?
I'm not much of an idea person.
That is not a good name.
Rescuers of Magni.
No.
The Rescuers?
No.
Already been used.
The Revengers. We're not the pre-Revengers, we're the Revengers, right?
We haven't discussed this
Well,
much.
there's Disney coming in to kill us.
Can we go to the bar and come back and let you know? Or
I have to have this document.
the Men in Black.
No.
You are the only one wearing black.
That is beside the point.
For now, I will
1.5 elves plus more.
Or there's kinship.
Could call ourselves the Fellowship. No, that's probably already taken.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably already taken.
No, he doesn't yet. he doesn't have that capability.
Geeslings?
No.
What?
The pie party.
No.
We met at the Warm Goose. So
No.
I was thinking Geeslings.
So many people don't have good
Goslings.
memories of that place.
Geeslings funnier.
Yes, and I have a very, very, very bad conversation I have to go deal with soon. So I don't want to have to think about that, but I don't have to.
Okay.
The Bringers of Hope. I don't know what that.
The light.
We should have
Right.
talked about this more
Look,
on
if
the
you don't
road.
decide something right now, I'm just gonna put the strangers.
Kind of like that.
I actually like that.
Why do I like that?
Yeah, because it doesn't get any stranger than us.
No, it doesn't.
The oddballs?
He signs
The
it.
Strangers Bound.
Oh, there you go.
The strangers bound.
Well, we are bound as kin, are we not?
The bound
Or
strangers
the-
usually means people indentured
Yeah.
servitude,
Yeah.
No, just the strangers.
Strangers?
or the people who might think you're into bondage.
Or
you
the
know,
outsiders,
like
the misfits.
We can workshop the name later. Let's go with
Strangers.
strangers for now.
For now, the strangers. If you
The
want to change
Kyndred
your name, go to the
Strangers.
proper documentation
Oh, yeah, I like
to do
that.
so. What was
The
it?
Kyndred Strangers.
What?
Kyndred Strangers?
We are kindred, yet we are all strange.
I don't
We're
know.
stranger.
Well, we're pretty normal. But, you know.
No, you're.
Says the dead looking guy.
You hear Derek laugh loud.
You were. What?
She's human.
Well, I mean, actually, no.
I think we're the two most normal
Yeah.
looking ones
Or-
in the group. You would be, except for you're all dressed in black leathers.
I like that. The Kindred Strangers.
The Kindred Strangers.
Let's go with that.
Good enough for now.
I'm
The,
fine with just
the Kindred Strangers. Well, if you ever want to change your name, wrong answer. That dwarf's accent is so. Anyway,
It's so much fun to do, right?
it is
There'll
fun.
only be 1,000
at least for
ways to change
me.
it later.
The Kindred Strangers. Well, if you ever want to change your name, go to the proper management in order to do so. Paperwork, yada yada yada. Month in order to properly transfer it. Whatever.
Yeah, we're good with that.
He finishes, signs it, takes his ring, pours a little bit of, actually no, he doesn't do the wax. He does the same ink he did with your ring and stamps each right corner of the page that is now 7 pages. For allegedly taking out the Thunder Paws Orc clan.
Thunderous.
Though I'm assuming you didn't bring like any tusks or ears or eyes or anything that would say how many there were.
Well, we have that one ear necklace you took off of her, right?
No.
No?
No.
Horns.
No.
Just the horns.
We got the horns. We got 2 of the horns.
We're kind of focused on
We have the
getting
cloaks.
people out of there, and
I would say
We
that
didn't collect body parts. That
We
was
have
gross.
the sword, the
word
cloaks.
to the wise: if you ever want to take money per creature you kill, take some sort of body part to authenticate the proper process.
Didn't someone pick up the tooth necklace?
So
we weren't
For
really
now,
thinking about payment.
I will say 500 gold pieces per person.
Okay.
Just I can't do more.
That's bad.
He signs a couple
I
things.
don't think I've ever had that much gold.
One other, and he gets the money out. Signs it.
That's all I could do. We're like, holy crap, we're rich!
Takes it, takes the small little tin can that opens up with the wheels and goes, and now you see the paperwork. You actually see the paperwork. It's in actually neat 2 lines. Perfect size for that little tin can that he rolls across it for each paper. Alright. That's dealt with. As he puts his hands over his eyes. Ugh! Now I have to do this.
You're under arrest.
Almost.
Oh, we're
But let me just
drafted.
tell you a little story. It's going to sound ridiculous,
Bail is 500
but listen to
gold.
me. You're not going to believe this, but just listen to me. So, I get word that a bunch of well-armed people show up saying that they are looking for adventure. As he points to the one with the 3 scars on his cheek. Feeding off each other in a less than non-foreboding fashion. One of them walking in. One of them dragging a chained rock. I'm assuming that's you.
That's Flan.
Yes. And he's literally pulling over paperwork and just reading the report again. One of you openly said that you're from a council of a different land without any papers showing legitimacy or...
That's him.
A figure dressed in all black leather across his entire body with a rapier, which in turn rapiers are damn expensive weaponry and you have to be trained to use them.
I am.
You better put that way in there.
There's not really room for that.
Do not draw weapons in my establishment.
Very well.
It's kind of rude.
I mean, I'm currently sitting in front
But
of
I was just showing
door,
you.
so...
You were not even getting into.
Thank God, because last time we got into him,
We have a walking corpse
I'm alive.
with a bounty.
Huh?
What is this?
A piece of backstory you didn't know about.
His brother that has a chain in an elven city. A bounty of 2,500 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Alive only. Dead or alive for you, since I said you're a walking corpse. Most people are saying that you are undead. However, since you walked into this area, I know you're not. Otherwise, you would have exploded.
Fair enough.
You is another thing, and under national security, I cannot say anything.
How about that?
And a former slave.
We have a lot of talking we need to do.
Probably.
Interesting.
I feel like our backstory is...
Under normal circumstances, I would have to arrest you.
All of us?
Every single one of you except Sparks.
Oh,
I beg
You're
your
not
pardon.
supposed to be here.
thank goodness these are irregular circumstances.
Most of the time, I wouldn't even care about that.
Oh.
However, that's why my wife left me. Too much work, can't do enough. And I couldn't even protect my daughter because I wouldn't stop working.
Oh.
And you returned my daughter.
How is she?
She had a rough time.
We'll see. We'll see. So, before I continue the rest of the day, as he looks outside now, going into the evening part of the day, I think I'm going to call off early and go have a nice dinner with my daughter and my son.
Good plan.
That's a very good plan.
Tomorrow, I will have to continue my deeds and promise to the government, to the kingdom, for the protection of this land. I hope I do not find you tomorrow.
Noted.
Oh,
And wherever you go, I hope.
can you at least tell us what the bounties were?
Manslaughter.
For what?
Manslaughter?
Yeah, some bumping killed somebody?
You assisted in the matter, it said. And for you, he just looks over to the wall behind you, to the bounty board. And you see a overly handsome version of yourself, but a slightly too long of a nose.
They always get the nose wrong. Oh my god. They never get my nose right.
Wow, Disney
That
really uses
says
this episode.
dead or alive, 3,000 gold pieces. And
Really?
it has a list of cities and noble families that are after you.
Wow, you get around.
There's like 7 of them.
Really?
He's worth more than us.
Wow.
Not together, though.
So
That is an imposter.
No, it's 2,500 for both of you, I think.
your second act of citizenship for civic duty. I would like to see you tomorrow morning, crack of dawn, to assist me if you are so available.
For what, may I ask?
To hunt bad people. Place on paper. As he just looks at the rest of you.
What if he doesn't make it?
As he takes his helm, puts it on the
I
table,
believe I know what he is
takes
insinuating.
his sword,
Yeah, you need to come
places
with
on the
Keep an
table,
eye on this.
and walks up and just, out! I can't even get out!
Or leave.
I was kind of sitting in front of the door as well.
Yes.
Did we get the money?
Yes, you can get the money.
Oh, we got money.
Thank you. See you. No.
Good night, Captain.
Shall we,
As he just walks off towards his house.
Night.
shall we go see?
I have a very unfortunate conversation to have.
Sleight of hand
Yes,
to take the poster.
and as do
Oh, for
I.
the
Sleight of
love
hand.
of
Go
God.
ahead. Make a sleight of hand check.
Is there a poster for us?
What did you just do?
Make a perception check.
But we
As
want-
there's
I'm
number
walking out of there. I'm not
moving-
having anything to do with him.
12.
You better not roll a 1.
Okay. Would 27 be enough?
Ooh.
Yes, it would. Just barely.
What did you do?
What did you take?
So
We don't know what
you
we
don't
did.
know. So
We
as
don't know.
everyone is being pushed out of this small chamber with barely enough room to take an entire 7-foot
Good thing I don't have middle fingers.
massive warforged with gear, along with the rest of you. As you're going out, push. None the wiser.
Oh my
I feel like it's
god.
So,
Oh my god.
is
You
Princess still out there?
He told me to roll.
Yes, she
Fuck's
is. She's actually just kind of
So,
looking around.
so we got an appointment in a few minutes. We appreciate you coming and trying to help us out. And then we need to, move along. Post haste.
She just looks for a moment, tries to pass it. I understand. As one of the guards come out, actually the one with the 3 scars, the scar on his cheek, comes out with a piece of paper. She looks over it. Oh, yes. I was part of that. This is just saying that I vouch for the service of what you did. Takes the ring out, stamps it, stamps it again and again and again.
Yeah, we need to get lost. Quickly.
After the bar.
After the bar.
And apparently, Tordrig's already back, so have fun with that. Wishing you well.
Yeah, he's trying to take credit for everything. So take the other one for us.
I know where he is.
Is he at the bar?
No.
Oh, that'd be great.
At the gentleman's place.
At the what?
Gentleman's place.
What is that?
Look,
I think they
Is this the same?
behave like a
I
gentleman.
hope your daughter gets
when a mommy turtle and
Oh,
a baby
we did our best.
and a daddy turtle.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
already
he's at the
gone.
whorehouse?
You say that, I'll say he just nods and just keeps walking.
Ma'am, per my civic duty, I must advise against any ill attempt on someone's life tonight.
Oh no, it's not on his
Oh,
leg.
I
paper.
promise.
It's on his leg.
It is not an attempt on his life. I promise you.
Alright.
It is
On
just
paper.
a message.
Can we, after we do the bar, and you take care of your brother, can we meet back up at your place?
Yes. Yes, you can. I will. Well, I don't have any. I don't know who's. I will attempt to have rooms for you.
Thank you.
The floor works.
We need to
It's
go.
dry.
It might be floor.
Yeah, we need to go
It
take
might
care
be
of
floor
this
at this point.
I am used to
I'm
that.
going to my
My
bar.
heart is heavy as
Such a
well.
state.
I need to go get.
And
Going
she-
with him.
As she goes off, where are you guys heading?
My bar.
To the bar.
Warm
Bar.
goose.
Okay, not half an hour later, you hear.
And
Wait. We listen to the second one for us. Oh, she only got him the one. Alright.
You only need one leg. You only need one hand.
double tap.
Ouch. Boomstick.
So add a what to call it? A Thiesel current rifle.
Diesel current rifle.
Thiesel Committee
This is-
modern rifle.
Can you
The
spell
current
that
diesel
for me?
Current diesel rifle.
Thiesel, T-H-E, hold on.
And you better not parade that around. That'll get you in trouble.
T-H-E-S-A-L, and then
It
Committee.
will.
It's
It
like
will.
walking around in California with anything but a handgun.
Apparently, we're all in trouble just for being us.
I know this is hilarious.
Except me.
No, I was looking through all the people's backstory, and I'm like, this is funny.
It's like,
No, it's not.
I'm the criminal background. I'm the criminal back. I'm the criminal. I'm the,
I don't have a criminal background.
I don't have.
He's the only one clean.
No, you have a mystery.
I don't have a criminal
background.
background. I have a.
But
I'm
you and I
connected
didn't do
to
this. Why?
things that are bad.
Anyways, so I have a very uncomfortable conversation to go in and take care of.
So, yeah, as you head over to your bar, the one goose, holding
your
the
tissues ready.
toy soldier and
Just kind of
and the notebook.
I'm just rolling
And where's the dwarf?
He's been carrying him.
yeah.
Either you or
And he's
Sparks are
probably
able to
starting to smell by
Well,
now.
we took care of him somewhere down the road.
Presidentiation on him or something.
I'm assuming we buried him
That
somewhere
doesn't
down the road.
happen.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no, he's
we're
going to be
taking
buried.
him back
in
to
this,
the
he's going to be
church.
buried in
He's a
town.
cleric.
Okay, well,
Gotta take
I
him to his church.
took him into there, so they probably dealt with him there.
We need to.
Yeah, he was carrying a body inside there. They say
He
anything about
didn't
that?
mention anything about it.
Is the church between here and the
Right.
bar?
I would
Yes,
deli- I
there
would
is. You know
deliver-
the place. It's actually a church to. No, it's.
Was he a Serenade?
First off,
Maybe
looking
it's
through, I would be able to find any
Morden.
religious symbols that suggest what faith he was.
Morden.
That's right.
He said it.
No, it
When we were in the bar.
It was not Morden.
No? Really?
I thought it was Cern, right?
No, it wasn't
Nope.
Sarah. That was the other guy.
Nope. And again,
We didn't really get to talk.
player
with him.
knowledge knows what it is, but character knowledge.
Yeah, of course your player knowledge knows.
does not.
At this point,
so I
any
can't tell
church
you
is gonna
what
work.
it
We
is.
gotta get out of town.
But it is not
Yeah,
those two.
I need to stay till tomorrow morning.
Bring it up.
I know which one it is.
No, you need to
you
come
know
with
which
us.
one it is.
You're gonna let
You're
criminals
either.
have your slate?
Hey, Sparks. He insinuated you either go with us or you help hunt us.
Yes, actually, there is. There's a church to Bahamut.
Bahamut. That's the one he did.
It's a dragon god. A small church, but.
No, there's Mulios. But
With us.
that's okay.
Yeah.
With this Bahamut?
One of us paid attention.
It was Mulios.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we hadn't settled on our
It's a
name yet.
small home house that has been slowly been converted. Actually, when you guys are you going there first? Because it's a little off the path.
We're not going to bring a dead
not gonna bring a dead body.
into
We
an
need to
inn.
drop off the body.
He does kind
We
of
need to
like,
drop
go get
the
my
body.
father. You bring home a corpse. Is that my father? Is that my?
No,
No,
this is him. Oh my god.
This is another dead guy. Relax.
This wasn't.
It just kind of set off the wrong tone.
No, that was somebody else.
I've
Oh
got
thank god. He's still dead.
It's heavy enough news.
No, this is somebody else. Someone else killed.
But
For God's sake,
But then he got
drop
back
him
up.
off at the Temple of Bahamut.
We don't know who
Not
killed this
Mulios.
guy.
We're at we're at the church.
It's heavy enough
Okay,
news.
yeah. You find actually with the shield and the dragon head sideways in front of just a regular doorway to our house that looks like it has a little bit of a roofing damage. Looks like something crashed through it. Yeah, okay. You go up to the building, two-story building, one of the very few two-story buildings here, and the door opens to a small elderly woman with a big hunch to it, with big pupil glasses that make her eyes just look really way too big. And she goes,
You are the most attractive thing I've ever seen.
make a persuasive check.
is this that gentleman's club?
No.
5.
God damn it.
Okay, so it's from a warm grandmother, warm smile of her between her hundreds of wrinkles in her face, just like a warm grandmother glow, just slowly contours to a.
I'm gonna step in front of him.
Don't worry.
I'm very
not,
sorry about him.
I'm not trying to mate with her.
We have a friend.
I'm sorry, but we're closed.
No.
Wait, we need help.
We need help, please.
Make a strength
No,
check.
I'm just stopping it.
Make a strength check to see if you can control it, because you're a big guy and this is a
Oh
small.
God,
woman.
we're gonna kill him.
We need to find a temple for these 2 dead clerics.
I am not having that added to the list that I wanted for.
That is going to be an 18.
If she kills this
Okay,
one.
you don't knock her back, but you do stop it. She just. Oh, here.
Oh, you know what, you guys? Just,
I'm holding body in my arms.
ma'am,
Let him
we
talk.
have
Let him talk.
we have a adventurer who died along the way. Who
Oh, why did you say so? Why did you leave it?
I don't know
We
why
don't
he
know.
said that.
He speaks
Yeah.
faster than I do sometimes. Sometimes I like to consider my words before I let them out.
And she adjusts the lens on her. Okay. You stay out there. Bring the body.
Aw.
Still thinks you're undead.
But my brother's nice.
Just walk in.
Make a persuasive check at disadvantage.
Uh,
you do look like a corpse.
He was a cleric of Mulios.
Ooh, actually pretty good.
I don't know if that means anything.
17.
To you.
Disadvantage pretty good.
So good.
She thinks and ponders from. I don't know Molios, but we will. Let me look through the books.
17.
Thank you.
17. She takes a small vial around her neck
Holy water.
and sprays it on you.
A little bit here. A little bit here. That's nice water. Thank you. Is this a cleansing?
Do we all get some?
Come in.
I'm just gonna work side. I'm not really undead. Choose a vial of holy water to hit me with.
It's
Post
just
the bar randomly
it's a
as you
strange
walk through
little
town.
badge.
Yeah.
So you
little
come on
button.
into the downstairs that has, it's clear that they've taken out the walls as best as possible and have set up a lot of chairs to make it big as possible. And there's a small pedestal at the very end of the table near the fireplace. And the fire is still lit and warm. And she clears a couple of the chairs and takes and asks, looks to you. There's a table in the back. Can you go get it, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there a?
You get the table and you bring it back in. Place the barbecue. She gets a chair. Gets a stool to get step up. Cracks her back. He's currently wrapped in what again?
He's wrapped in the robes
Robes he had.
and
His own robes.
the robes that he was wearing.
Oh, so the costume.
Essentially the costume piece. Well, that was what was large
The less
enough.
bony pieces of the costume.
Okay.
We took
Well,
out-
it was the fabric and stuff. We pulled. Sonny and I
So
started
I'm
pulling
gonna
all the
say
bones and stuff.
that at that point,
And stuff from the
he would
orcs.
have a bit of leather covering his head and neck area, but the rest of it is just a bone shaman outfit. That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
Don't lift the water.
Yeah. She goes for the leather and starts.
It's not pretty.
I've already buried
It's really.
way too many children today.
It's okay. You can look.
She takes it up.
There you go.
You never listen to me.
No.
Yeah.
And just starts kind of fanning herself. Okay. I will bury him. If there's anything you wish to say, that's great. All I ask is a small donation so that I can,
I give him 30 gold.
No,
That's just,
this is for me to pay.
That should help with the roof.
Thank you. Wow, okay. Comes the gifts.
He's alive.
She adjusts her glasses again. Okay.
I make my way out at this point.
Don't want
I make my way out at this point.
Okay. So she takes the 30 gold and she begins. She does the Muhammad way of blessing the body, blessing the spirit, moving on, even though it's not a follower of Muhammad, and to allow him to pass on to whatever deity. And she goes to, what is the deity? Wait. She goes back down and gets a roll with advantage this time.
You said
what was the
what it
name?
was.
What was the name of the?
Mulios.
Mulios.
The god?
Mulios. Mulios. She just slaps her head a bit. Turns the book over. It literally has Mulios. Nothing.
Wow.
He liked to drink a lot.
Like to drink a lot.
There we go.
And he was, as you can see,
Half decent belcher.
Half decent culture.
and he apparently ate a lot.
Poor judgment in situational awareness.
Apparently like the outside.
Oh yeah.
Like to spend time outdoors.
And saved his brother's life.
Oh yeah.
Saved my brother.
Might be important to know.
Remember everything else except that one tidbit.
I think she's trying to write down the information about Mulios, not about him specifically.
It's okay, dear.
I think he's the god of
Did
attacking
anyone-
beer mugs.
Did anyone remember what he said when he went down? Come on. What did he say?
No.
What did he say
no,
after
no.
he went down? I'm asking the rest of the players here. What did he? Do you remember what he said when he went down in front of the door?
It was 3 a.m.
No,
No,
that
that wasn't
our
later than
first.
This was
That was our
episode
first
one.
episode
Okay.
1.
What are we on
Yeah.
episode 6?
Please,
Bad
David,
puppy.
you forget things from episode last
I
game,
know.
okay? Do you honestly really think they're going to remember the
Episode
first
last
one?
game.
I remember it. 'cause I'm the
He
guy.
said, "Please, Mulios, don't bring me back as a cockroach."
Oh.
Mulios, that one.
No cockroach.
No, I echoes my.
Despise bugs.
I'd already left.
Yeah.
So she begins to do the burial process. She has a couple of young men helping digging graves, and they're just digging grave after grave after grave after grave with no headstones.
We should get
right
him
now
out
they are
this bone
just
shaman outfit, right?
putting a couple of sticks in the symbol of whatever god. In this case, for Mulios, she has no idea, so she just writes on a piece of parchment Mulios and puts it on a stick, unfortunately, and puts TBD and the name of the individual,
Bowden.
Boadin, and that's it.
That's all we got.
Yep.
Hey, be right
Oh
back.
no, you got the name of the clan. They're Corkin.
Yes.
Yes.
And we know he died yesterday.
So,
And you like pie.
why don't? Oh, yes, he did.
Wait, I run out real quick. Is there a store near here?
I would say yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you looking for pie?
No, I was getting him a keg and a
Flag.
flagon.
I'll say yeah. You were able to get for 1 gold.
Okay.
It's more the expensive stuff. People have been drinking.
I wonder why.
Fucking
I
bad.
never knew him.
So you find a small
I saw
cave.
him in the cavern once, and that's it.
I put that there, kind of, and a mug on top. Man, hope you go to a good place, man.
And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to go talk to my brother right now. And notice I said the word talk.
Thanks for saving my life. Hope you don't come back as a cockroach.
No roach.
Should I place cause of death?
Let's not.
Orc boot.
No, cause of death.
Orc raid.
Died in the line of duty.
Another one to the bunch.
Died serving his god.
Okay, I'm running out of room here.
Why don't you change that to died serving his god?
Change it, huh?
Why?
It's another parchment.
All right. Well, thank you for having us.
Getting a steely-eyed glare from an old woman is never... It's a lot worse than any soldier or person that would normally give you a glare because, you know, whatever. But old lady? Ugh.
You worship
Hey,
Bahamut?
Yeah.
Any brochures or books?
Not to say, but I do have... hold on, let me see what they have. 15 minutes go by, she comes back with a small... it looks like a series of notes that she wrote down herself.
I give her 9 gold.
Ooh,
Jeez.
oh, okay.
Each one of those can buy you a month of room.
It's okay, I got plenty.
May I ask your name?
I'm Sunny.
You're definitely sunny. Sun is gold. Okay. If you keep doing this, I'm not going to last much longer. My heart will take it.
Oh, well, I don't have a god. Maybe I'll read this.
Good luck wherever you go.
Thank
I know
you.
that he will always be here if you're willing to do it. If you're willing to return, he is always here. He won't move.
I'm certain that my brother will come by soon and maybe often. He will not say much, but he will kind of look like me. But he will not say much.
We
But
don't-
please let him visit as much as he
Oh,
may.
what is his name?
Gah.
God. Very well. I will make sure to make note of it.
Thank you.
So, Sparks left like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, and we're going.
Okay, let's go.
Time to catch up.
On the way to the bar, you notice no one's helping him. You notice that same male individual limping back with 2 crutches
The
and
dwarf?
2 bullet holes in each leg. Well, one
Poor
bullet
Drake?
hole for yes.
Or
He's just
bandages wrapped around one
Actually,
bloody
no.
bit. Oh,
oh,
jeez. My God.
still rocking that six pack and tattered clothing. He didn't get dressed yet. He just started spouting shit.
Do we see him?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Dick.
Crap.
You saved your sister. We like her. Boy, but thank God you're a cleric, because you can heal that shit, and I just keep walking.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Not really.
We'll come to collect later.
We're already wanted. Why don't we? No.
He's already been
Do I
talking
notice
about
that officer still playing with the kids by any chance?
You would have to double back and go to the other side.
We
of the
need
river.
to.
Okay.
She was over there,
Derek.
but
To avoid the police.
She's a police.
I know.
yeah, officers of the law, especially the city guard, it's usually to keep your distance. But the children were on the other side of the river along with her. But it's been about 2 hours since then, and it's starting to go on to evening time. Odds are of her being there, not much.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the tavern.
All right.
On the way, can I run into a store and I'll tell you what I want to buy later?
Certainly. We'll do the basic stuff and all that. You make it outside of town, passing building after building. People are starting to retire for the evening as the sun's going down, especially since it happened at night. People go in long before with their security, mental security of their home, their place of living, where they decided to settle down, has been defiled. And you can tell that a lot of people are actually everyone's keeping their distance from every person around them, and is just trying to find some stable ground. Making your way to the Warm Goose, you see a child that was on the way going back into the Warm Goose, along with the slow rolling of the notes of an accordion. Seeing Ek just sitting on the patio outside.
Ga.
Sorry, Ga. Ga. This time with a
Complicated
green
names.
bandana underneath his jaw, as he's just rolling back and forth on his shell, as he can't sit in most chairs because they'll collapse, especially rocking chairs. You know that. And he's just rolling back and forth as he's just rolling, breathing in and out with long notes to say goodbye to the sun.
I'm going to stop.
Spotting you,
I'll stop about 50 feet. from
he
the
gets
door.
up with a quick.
Right, so we're still over at the church by now, right?
Yeah, he's 20 minutes ahead of
Right,
us.
okay.
Well, I wanted to
Oh.
try to catch up.
You would catch up. You would catch up. You're a
Because
black
I
man.
need to see Gaw as well, so... Well, he's not here to see Gaw, but I am.
Seeing,
But-
Spark,
but I'll-
seeing
I'll-
Sparks return, he gets up with a jovial
I'm trying to fix
and just stops and it doesn't really put it away as he's kind of lumbering over, as he's not very dexterous, with his pack shaking on the background with various instruments that looks like he's trying to repair on his back, just hanging off of him, and he just looks at you with a bit of a hopeful glare, just like. Are you? And that's when you catch up.
X okay, he's coming.
Thanks for giving my brother a fucking heart attack!
As he's just slapping his chest.
He's waiting for him to tell him something. What? What do you want?
I'm not paying any mind to him.
He's like, I'm the only one that came
He takes your
back.
hand and just pats it, just.
He's on his way. We had to make a couple of stops.
I'm not paying any mind to him.
He just waves his finger at his.
Oh, I'm not looking at.
Forgive him. He's got a lot on his mind right now.
He looks at the things you're carrying and just sighs.
Yeah. The rest of us? The rest of us are okay for the most part. Bowden's being buried right now. He's at the Church of Bahamut if you'd like to visit him sometime.
He seems to be grateful for the knowledge that you gave. And also, he just turns to you.
Me? I'm not particularly strong, no.
And just to remind you, this turtle that you're looking at is much different than his brother.
Yeah.
He is more of a walking alligator snapping turtle. This one is more of like a... what was Charizard's, our pet Charizard? What was his breed again?
Just a red-eared slider.
Yeah, his neck is more of a representation of that. Narrow, long, and definitely not as thick, but just as heavy looking. So
More turtle and less tortoise.
Yeah.
I'm more
More
tortoise.
turtle, less tortoise.
I'm more tortoise. He's more turtle.
well, you're a snapping turtle. Snapping turtle has their own breed.
Yeah. But as far as the stoutness and the
Yeah, exactly.
and the thinner, yeah, he's
Thank
more.
you. He just looks at you. Sorry, where were we again?
I think he was asking about if I was strong. I'm not particularly. Oh, in the heart? Yeah. No, I'm okay.
He just puts a thumbs up. Points his fingers.
I like you too.
Oh. He just opens up his arms. It's weird giving a turtle a hug. It's not soft. His arms are somewhat soft, but has like hard points where the scales are, and his entire front side is just shell. So it's like hugging a living wall. It's a strange feeling. And he goes down to sit and waits for his brother to return. Actually, he goes off knowing who's being buried and who saved him. He's going to go off towards the church.
All right, which happens to be where I'm at
Yeah.
this timetable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna.
You're standing at the door. Normally you would hear laughter and jovial music being played, and people pounding their feet along with the good knights, pounding their feet along with good musicians, and cheering and screaming with joyous laughter. You maybe hear a couple chairs move. Hushed conversation, and that's it. Followed by off of the side of the building where a jettison of hot steam of various pipeworks along the building. That is definitely your Charles' work, is tinkering.
I'm sorry, Sparks.
Fuck you. So keep driving that wedge down further.
All right. Anyone got jackhammer?
Salt,
Alright.
lemon.
All right, I got a wedge coming
Salt.
right behind you, buddy.
It's time.
I'm looking.
You open the door. The first person you meet is the same redhead child with the apron, and in the process of taking several full tankers and placing them on the table, and he immediately turns around with one of the tankers half spilling out, and just with a hopeful expression of someone returning, and sees you. She even starts to go into a smile, like, and then stops and sees you just staring back with various things in your hand. And it quickly goes to red shot eyes, followed by tears starting to billow over. He drops the tankard and just goes upstairs. You step inside.
I'm gonna pull my longsword out. Not the new one, the old one.
Your new one?
No.
No, the old one. Sorry.
The old
Oh, okay, the old one that you've been using.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the bar.
She's there. The long face, stick body. Not malnourished, just how she's built and everything. And she keeps herself fit. Hair back in a ponytail. Not making eye contact as she just is currently doing a couple of wiping down on mugs, just not accepting the fact. Standing there with the sword.
I'm gonna place the sword on the bar. And then place the things on the sword.
The toy soldier. The wedding ring, his glasses. And the notebook.
I'll open it later.
Oh no, is that what you're placing down?
Yeah.
Okay. Her head slumps.
I'm sorry.
Currently not hiding her face from you.
I failed.
Where is she? Where is he?
He will be back.
She turns with almost tears spilling over as she's contorted face, holding it in. She picks up the wedding band with shaking hands. Where is he?
I had to burn what was left.
Where?
Far outside of town. He was beyond saving.
You had his body.
He was turned,
What do you mean turned?
transformed,
Is turning into.
undead. I could not bring him back. I watched him get killed.
What do you mean you watched him get killed? This item. As she holds up the wedding band to hers.
This is all I could find.
It's not enough. It's not enough. You were right there. Why didn't you see them? Why didn't you stop it? Why
tried.
Why you didn't?
40 orcs around us.
We rushed forward to try to help.
We killed them all.
That doesn't bring him back. That doesn't bring him back. It doesn't bring anyone back. Putting the ring down on the sword. Takes a hidden shot glass and just pours it down. Where did you burn it? You said you burned the body, right? Where? Where?
You'd be able to specify where, probably, right?
Yeah, I kind of don't want to.
Roughly location. He doesn't really make note of his surroundings very well.
All right. As soon as I got out of the storm, I was able to do so. He will be back.
What do you mean? He died, went under, and then you burned him. What do you mean he's gonna be back? He's not gonna be back. He's not gonna be back. He's gone forever. What do you mean he's gonna be back?
There are ways.
What ways?
Ways that I will find. I promised I would bring him back.
Wait, you're leaving too?
To bring him back, I need to leave. Again. For a while.
Yeah, she's just kind of slumped back in it with her back hitting the backside of the bar. And just slumps back. I don't know what to do. What? Why?
I failed once. I will not fail again.
Just go. Just go.
I will not come back until I bring him.
She just takes her hands into her face and just
I leave a pouch of 200 gold next to it as well.
no reaction.
And I leave everything except for the notebook. I'll take the notebook.
About halfway out the door, you feel something grasp your leg. As you look down, you see Jen, the 6-year-old young wild hair and brown eyes, black hair.
I thought it was husband.
There's two brothers,
Okay.
Jemin and Fam. Fam is the red hair. Just not saying anything, holding a homemade stuff there, and it's just holding your leg right now.
I'll pick him up.
Easily with one hand. Looking at you. Brown eyes, wild brown black hair. And just puts his hand out.
Be strong.
You first.
You're the man of the house. Help your mother. Do what she says.
I help Mommy.
She knows what's best.
Okay.
When I come back, make sure you give Dad a hug. Because I'll bring him back.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. As he just extends again. Come back with him.
I won't come back without him.
Come back. If it's too hard.
I failed once. I won't fail again.
No fail. I see the child just stands there contemplating if to stay or to go back and forth, looking at the doors as you step out into the night. Help Mommy. Help Mommy. And goes over to the mother and just hugs her, which she just hugs back and comforts her. Hazel, you're able to see that. At this point, I'm assuming the rest of you are outside.
Still over.
I'm gonna quietly walk out after.
Still over it.
Ga arrives at the funeral, buried with still loose dirt, with a simple stick, with a bit of parchment placed in glass because of the substantial fee that was given, until further notice of a proper headstone. Ga comes over. Loud, stumpy.
What?
Greets you with a back hug.
Oh God, what are you doing here? And I turn around and
He's patting you. Takes the empty vial. Takes a empty sack with 1 gold.
Fortunately, you got 500 gold.
And pats his hip.
Worth it.
Sorry, I failed you. Look, you saved another. Your vial was to save me, but you saved another. His name's Davros, the elf, the sea elf, the blue skin. You saved him. I told him he needs to talk to you. He knows you will like that.
He kind of looks at you perplexed.
I've done. The vial was used to save him, but I couldn't. When I came to save on behalf of you. What? Me? Crazy? Why am I crazy? Look. I'm crazy in the heart. Oh, you and I are both crazy?
He takes your shoulder and just brings you close with both of his hand hitting both of your chests at the same time.
Don't think you understand. I killed the one that I was promised to save you.
And he points to Bowden's grave.
I killed him. I didn't know it was him, but I killed him.
And he's just kind of processing this.
I'm sorry.
Just looks up to the starry sky that is now piercing through the partly cloudy sky. Seeing the 2 moons, one full, one shattered halfway through, leaving a trail. Inhales deeply. Gestures to everything. As he opens up his hand, doing minor illusion with an awkward life.
Oh, that's...
And then he shakes his hands with a furious motion of his fingers and goes crazy and chaotic. Mistake. And just shakes his head.
It's not a mistake. I'm
And he
sorry.
looks up, whacks his hand over, saying, "Gods, leave."
I know you and I have.
Mistake.
Ah, yes, when the gods left, you say it's a mistake. Well, we're here. No.
Mistake. Gods, leave. Mistake. As a mistake goes onto his chest.
What?
He, through gesturing and stuff like that, he's saying that we are all mistakes.
my mistake to be your brother. And I give him a stronger hug.
Pat you. Feels something in your back and pulls
Can you
out
stop
a stone
Oh, yes.
with a chain.
What the hell, Flan? Alright, I'll get... I'm gonna start talking to a rock. Get back in my bag. Fine, you can keep him. You can talk to his owner later. There's something you can do for me. There's something you can do for me. Can you... I have a feeling that I need to go, that I need to leave, but I want you to stay here and watch over a family for me. The family at the inn. The young child and the mother. Look, I know... Maybe we need some time to talk about this, but I'm gonna need a map from you. And I'm not sure to talk about it, but I can you go with me? I don't know if it's good for you to go with me right now. Just because I don't see everything doesn't mean that you have to be there. Look, you know what I could use right now? I'm strong, yes. You're strong too? I'm
He
strong.
points to your chest where your heart would be.
I'm strong, yes. My heart is strong.
I don't know. I'd say he's headstrong.
Yeah, I know. You've always had the brains, and I've had the brawn, and we are good together because of it.
And he points to himself with his arm and he pulls on his and points to you.
I'm not going to break it. I'm not going to break it. Stay together and we'll be strong. You know what is there anything you'd like to say to Saboadin, who saved you? You know what I mean.
And he kind of elbows you.
Look, he's here. You can visit him anytime. But when you're done, I'm wondering if you could maybe...
And he looks at the pedestal, reads it. Writes down and takes out a scribe's pencil. Just, basically. Takes the parchment out and writes and starts doodling of a cocooned butterfly starting to blossom out.
What's the
Mulius,
symbol?
god of change and metamorphosis. He rolled a natural 20.
Get that die away from me.
If I roll
As he
with it a couple of
just taps his
times.
hand on the loose dirt. Brings his head down towards it and in a kissing motion, even though he has no jaw, brings it back up. He takes out the one remaining tool instrument that he has that wasn't destroyed and begins to play a song.
I set my hand on the little post that has the image of the butterfly and so forth, and said, "Didn't really know you. You were a stranger to me. But you're Kyndred. And I walk away. A kindred stranger.
The song finishes as you're walking away, and you know Edgar's following shortly behind you. Ga. As the night continues, heavy emotions for most of you. Is there anything anyone else wish to do?
Says get the hell out of town.
No?
Why do I keep forgetting her name?
Darla?
Just go see the dwarf once we gather out back out.
As you back to her house.
That's where I'm headed.
I call her princess.
The Lord near Sia is back at the mansion. Sees the stadium couple you. No words are spoken. Unfortunately, they destroyed all the bets that I had at the time. Whoever did this was very thorough. I doubt this was worked. But anyway, I still have paperwork, I still have my knowledge, and I still have my heart. I thank you for everything you've done, and you said you need to skip town.
Yes.
Tonight.
Post haste.
Then get a few hours of sleep. Before dawn, I will wake you, and I will have a few places that, well, I'll discuss where you wish to go.
Thank you.
Keep the rifle. And whenever needed, say the Kyndred family vouches for all that is here.
What was the name of that family?
Kyndred.
Coin.
Good at brewing coins, dear.
Thank you.
Yes.
I talked to her in Dwarf about the grindstone.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I cannot speak of that in person, which is why I give you this note. But I didn't give you this note.
Understood.
Through the night, I'm gonna thumb through the now dried out book.
I'm gonna roll a D100 to see how much remains.
This will be the time to roll 100. Come on, sweet 100. 56, about half of it.
I'm gonna bring up something. 56?
Mhm.
Alright. Not good, not bad. Going through it, you find a series of formulas. A series of chemical equations, side notes, a lot of it beyond you, at the same time some of it destroyed. And at the end of it, you see a little bit that says, well shit! How the fuck did I die? If you're reading this, Sparks, just know that I love you as a son. Keep this book. It will keep you alive. Literally. Give it to a man at the capital of Valencia.
Close enough, I guess.
You
Down
got
to
a
the
place.
city. That's not bad.
You got a city.
The
That's
biggest city, sure, but you know.
He's been experimenting with the Velocian tech and the Sal technology.
Well, that
Give
makes
this
it
to
a lot
him.
easier to
He
find.
will be indebted into you and to me, but no longer needed, as I am today. Tell my family I love them. Tell my sons that I will watch them grow. And know in your hearts the wooden core of your being and your soul that I support you in whatever you wish to be. Okay, I'm dead now. It says that.
Oh my god, I love the blip.
It has a little RIP symbol or IP with a little daisy.
I panic at first when Flynn's missing, but then I find him in my backpack.
It happens occasionally.
Stay out of trouble. You got him in trouble now too. Shame.
So how many tissues
Yeah,
did you go
Shane is
through?
right. Well, I need to finish this map, and we get to decide where you're going. As the arc
Fancy.
of your origin stories, essentially,
Crashed into the ground.
has come to an end, and your character, in my opinion, and yours, are never deeper than today. I've never been deeper today. I love it.
Well, one thing's for sure: as a group of criminals, we should not go to the capital city.
No,
So someone tells me we're
Why
not
would you
going
say
there
that?
for a while.
There's no problem now.
no, that was funny as
Another
hell.
criminal!
How everything was being set up, I'm like, oh, this is funny.
That's okay.
And Verosian is one of the paper, please, get your papers. Paper, please, papers. Where's your papers? That's this empire.
So we're not going to the Grossing Empire first. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
we're the empire of papers and regulation.
You say that, but he said he'd arrest you too.
Woo!
Yeah.
Would be a great place to go to. Would be
You're
the,
500 gold
Feasible
pieces
Committee.
richer.
And 15 from the other money we found. 15
He said to
each.
go to which city?
Hmm?
Which city?
The capital.
That's
Of
where-
Diesel Committee?
the capital of the Verosian
Take
Empire.
that 15.
Ah,
The country that
600 need it.
gotcha.
So,
We're not going to go
probably
there anytime soon.
Vasmich
I had 100.
is what he's talking about.
Gotcha.
After 500. I had money.
Did we say goodbye?
Not yet.
Yes, at that point,
No,
ending on this tear-jerky session of, wow, a full breakdown. Hey, but
That close.
some of the best moments are breakdowns. It shows the real you. Till next time, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and we'll see you next time. Till then, keep on rolling.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care, everyone. And love your family.
Yeah.
Give him a hug for me.
Yeah, seriously, give them
Give
a
them-
hug. You
give them a
never
hug.
know
Grandmother.
when
Hey, don't cut
family
yourself
will
to
not be
feel
there
better.
anymore. Love your family.
Ugh.